Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lauren and welcome to my 2021 recap slash Q&A slash what I would have done differently. If you're new here, my name is Lauren. I go to the University of Alabama. I am a college lifestyle vlogger and I really just wanted to share a little bit about my year, kind of the ups and the downs, how my year looked for me. I feel like the overall trend of like what I have been seeing on social media is that 2021 isn't exactly how all of us expected it to go, and that's okay. Definitely, I feel like we had such big goals for 2022. The pandemic hit and so many things changed for us, and then we thought that it would get back to normal, and we made all these big goals for ourselves for 2021. When in reality, those goals got shattered very, very quickly. Now, obviously, I feel like a lot of us had really great highs in the year and we may have met new people, we may have reached certain goals, we may have started something that we've wanted to, but overall, I just really wanted to be honest with you and just kind of share about my year and just kind of go through some questions, making sure that no one feels alone, that the feelings that you're feeling are completely valid, however you're going into 2022. 2021 might have been your best year yet, it might have been the best for your business, for your mental health, for your physical health, whatever it may be, and you're going into 2022 just so happy and so thankful and so grateful, but also it could be on the flip side. So I'm just letting you know that whatever feeling and emotion that you're going through right now, it is totally normal. Definitely validate your feelings. I am so happy that you clicked on this video. I cannot wait to get going. We're about to be jumping right in after I pick out some questions from my Instagram.
All alone in a room, but you're not laying next to me. Next to me, we get close.
So I went on my Instagram a couple of hours ago and I asked you guys what questions that you had about my year in 2021, and then some of you also are asking about the upcoming year. So I'm just going to be going through and picking some of my favorites throughout the answers that I got, and we are going to discuss a little bit. How is college life now that you have a cat? So this year I got my baby kitty, baby Elle. This is a picture of her, and she honestly is my best friend. I live by myself and I absolutely love having her as like a little roommate. I don't think I could have a better roommate than baby Elle in my opinion. Honestly, it has made my life so much better. I am so happy that I waited and I got a cat that I absolutely adore. She is a lilac ragdoll. I filmed a whole entire vlog of me getting her and talking about her before I even like brought her home, and just having her here just makes my life so much better. And definitely throughout like my bad days that I had, or you know, sick days or whatever, she was always there for me. She came into my life in July is when I got her, I think. So like halfway through the year she was mine, and I mean honestly I can't imagine my life how it was before I had baby Elle. She's still a kitten, so she still loves to play and she loves like just running around the apartment, and it just makes me so happy. How is National American Miss compared to the one that you did a story time on? So I just got back not that long ago from National American Miss. All of those vlogs, prepping, traveling, packing, all of that is live on my channel. If you're curious about National American Miss, it was a national pageant that I had just got done competing, and I ended up getting crowned first runner-up throughout the organization, which was so amazing. I represented the state of Alabama, and I did a story time on the one other pageant that I did, and it was Miss Alabama USA. Now, the only big difference that I could say from the two is that National American Miss was much larger because it had many different age divisions. I obviously was the oldest age division, being a miss, but they had like little kids do it as well, like for like the princess division and preteen division and stuff like that. So that was very different, and it was a longer process. I stayed, I think it was like a 12-day stay that I did that, and I think it was like 10 days worth of competitions and things. So it was a very long competition process, whereas Miss Alabama USA, I think it was only 2 nights that you were there, maybe 3 if you included like your registration day, but I don't even think it was 3. I honestly think it was 2. Honestly, I love both organizations. I absolutely love NAM. I don't know if I ever will actually be going back to NAM just because of my age and aging out and everything. That was my first time being at National American Miss, and I absolutely loved it. The organization was so beautiful. It was put together together so well. Everyone was so sweet, and I really loved that organization. Keep in mind, I did Miss Alabama USA, I think when I was like 18 or 19, so I was just hitting that Miss category. So obviously if I go back now, I feel like I would have different feelings and different thoughts on Miss USA and like that whole entire system, but I feel like I definitely will be doing some sort of pageant in the future. Favorite sorority memory. So I obviously was really involved in my sorority last year. So like my sophomore year, I'm a junior now, but that kind of leads into the beginning of this year because it was the end of my sophomore year. And I lived in my sorority house, and we had our last date party, which was Pi Phiathlon, which is kind of like a Coachella festival type vibe costume date party. And honestly, I feel like that was one of my favorite nights with my friends and just like as a date party in general. That was our last date party with all of us living under like the same roof in our sorority house. And I just remember vlogging and just it being so much fun. Because of the COVID precautions, my boyfriend Will wasn't able to come with me to the other date parties before that. So that was actually the first date party that he was actually able to come and be my date for, which was the last one of sophomore year. So that was really fun also. But I just remember us like getting ready, and I'm always the person to help other girls like with their hair and makeup. So that was just really fun experience, just to like be jamming out and singing and dancing around and getting ready with all of my sorority sisters for like one last time, like while we lived like in the same place. What was it like having interns? Will you continue doing that? Yes, I did have my first batch of interns this year. They started for fall of 2021, and I am now opening up my applications for the spring semester, which closed December 31st. I have been posting all of that information on my Instagram. This semester for my interns, I decided to start off with 3 different interns. They just helped me throughout the semester with my social media, behind the scenes, photo shoots, prepping things, just getting everything done for work that I needed to. Honestly, it was a really big help. I absolutely adore them. We made such like a big like family bond. So I'm definitely going to be continuing that next year. Do you have any regrets looking back on your year? I'm gonna say no, because like my biggest thing is like I want to live with no regrets. I want to take the opportunities that are given to me, but the only thing that's kind of sticking out in my mind are different relationships that I have had with other people throughout the year. That would be something that I would change. I don't think it would be a regret by any means, but I feel like definitely looking closer at how people treat me behind closed doors and paying attention to how people talk about you. That is definitely something that I learned in 2021, is to kind of like pick your friends wisely and be careful who you're surrounding yourself with, because I try my hardest to surround myself with people who are like-minded, because you start to act like the people obviously that you hang out with more. So I feel like that would be like kind of the only like regret that I have, is like allowing that to happen for such a long time and me not doing anything about it until it kind of became this really big deal. But all in all, no regrets. Best thing that happened. I honestly would say the best thing that has happened in 2021 for me would probably be able to travel more. I got to travel so much throughout this year, and I'm so thankful for it, because obviously things had changed in 2020 and I was able to travel to Pigeon Forge and stay in the largest cabin. I vlogged that. It was such an amazing experience, and I'm going to go back for New Year's Eve, like just that area, not the cabin, but the area. I got to go to the beach. I got to go to Charleston for a style shoot. I just got to go so many different places, and I got to go there with the people that I love, and honestly that was probably the best experience. I have never been able to travel like I have this year, because obviously YouTube is my full-time job, and I've never been able like this financially stable to be able to travel and to be able to take time off, or you know, kind of bring my work with me. So definitely that was the biggest blessing of 2021. How has your relationship with Will progressed this year, and what would you improve? So our relationship, I feel it grows every single year in different ways. We definitely have our ups and our downs, but we've talked about this. We don't argue like at all. Like I don't think we've ever actually gotten into a full-blown argument, like ever. Like in our whole time of us dating, we haven't. He is really good at communicating, honestly. I think that it could be a little bit better, just like by texting and like calling, things like that. But like when we're face to face, we are both very good about communicating back to each other, and I swear it has helped so many things in so many areas of our relationship. I feel like the only thing that I would change would be to live closer to him, because we do long distance, so it can be very hard. And that's why I was saying vlogging. The only downfall is if it is a communication issue, it's just like through text or by phone, which you can't always get the proper communication through that way. I always prefer talking face to face. So I feel like that would be the only thing. Our relationship definitely got stronger, and as the years go on, I hope that it's just going to get stronger and more loving. What would you say is the best tip for new vloggers? Vlog everything at the beginning. At the beginning, I would forget to vlog these smallest little things, and it honestly makes the vlog so much better if you have more B-roll. And basically B-roll is just like you filming different things to put into the video that's not just you talking to the camera. If you look up videos on YouTube, there's one girl, I cannot remember her name, but I think she's like slightly redheaded, and she does a lot of videos on like starting off YouTube and like how to vlog, and she honestly helped me a lot whenever I started vlogging. But definitely you would rather have too much footage than not enough footage. What has been your favorite Starbucks drink this year? I'm so glad you asked. If you're new, I am a Starbucks connoisseur. I go to Starbucks so often. I love it. It's my hobby. It honestly is my hobby. Okay, it's tied between two different drinks because I discovered both of these drinks this year. Okay, I am stuck between two drinks. One of the drinks would be the brown sugar shaken oat milk espresso with vanilla sweet cream cold foam on top. Add a dash of cinnamon up top if you're feeling frisky. Okay, then the second drink would be an iced oat milk vanilla latte with vanilla sweet cream cold foam on top. Add an extra shot if you're lacking a little bit. Those two have been like my top ordered drinks throughout the whole entire year. They are so good. I absolutely love them. If you want them a little less sweet, definitely just take off the cold foam at the top. Overall, how was your mental health this year? It could have been better. It could have been better, and that is something that I'm going to be working more on looking into 2022, is definitely focusing in on my mental health. I feel like this past semester, I've talked about it a little bit, this past semester has been really hard on me. You definitely start putting your worth in your academic success or your academic grades that you get, and it's like when you don't get the grade that you are expecting, or you know, it might have been like a little bit harder, you spent so much time on this, it can really get to you, especially if you're still like in your high school, college years. So definitely that didn't help my mental health. Also, I completely moved away from my hometown this year and moved into this new apartment by myself. That change also was really hard on me in the beginning, just kind of being by myself, not really knowing what I'm doing. Obviously right now everyone is at home with their families, and I don't have that. Like, I can go home with my family, but I normally just stay with Will because they have a room that I can stay in. I can't stay at my family's house anymore. They don't have a room available for me. So definitely just like kind of being here by myself has taught me a lot about myself and being alone. But definitely my mental health wasn't the best this year, but I'm hoping to change that next year. Do you think you'll be engaged in 2022? I honestly have no idea. I have no idea. People, that is like my top asked question anytime I do a Q&A, anytime I sit down to do a video, they always ask me, am I going to get engaged? When I'm going to get engaged? Have we talked about it? And honestly, I've discussed this several different times that I wouldn't be with Will if I didn't see a future with him, and we've definitely discussed it, but he has taken that like for himself. He is telling me like the proposal is all him, like he wants to plan it, like that's kind of like his day to do his thing. So I've kind of stayed out of it, so I really don't have any knowledge of it, so I honestly don't know how to answer that question, but I guess it's just gonna come whenever the time is right. The last question I'm going to be talking about is, what is your biggest accomplishment of 2021? I feel like this is a tough question. Work related, definitely the growth that I have like consistently been having on YouTube has helped me tremendously. I hit 200,000, I think it was right after I finished my final of my sophomore year is when I hit 200,000. So that was in May. So I feel like that is the biggest accomplishment for work, but overall, just being able to move into my own apartment financially, like all by myself because of my work and because of like my work ethic that I have, definitely has been my proudest accomplishment. Also being able to put like a little cute kitty cat in here also has helped me a lot, because like I said earlier, she's like my little companion and I absolutely love her. But definitely being able to know that like this space is yours, that you worked for this, you're actually like, I don't know, you're like growing up. I don't know, it was such a weird feeling like being in your own apartment, but I feel like overall that would be my biggest accomplishment of this year. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit more about my year. I hope that it helped you if you were having some of the same thoughts, if you went through some of the same things. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you want to join the family, click that subscribe button also. I love you guys so much, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye! 'Cause you know that I'm already